Your productivity apps are designed to make you feel like a failure. You're not the one failing, the system is. And it's because your tools are missing the most important piece of data: you. You rely on a software to tell you what to do, but in almost all cases, it doesn't know what your motives are. It doesn't understand your emotional state or needs. It doesn't know what's going on in your life, what your finances look like, or the state of your relationships. Everything is arbitrary. And worst of all, the psychological weight of tasks piling up can cause you more stress. These apps are isolated, compartmentalized silos that only work effectively for individual domains that aren't cross-referenced with other facets of your life. The creators of productivity apps assume that you have other apps and products to handle other aspects of your life, so they don't build features that take into account your personal needs. I think this is part of a greater dogma within tech to build products for a specific niche, solving a specific problem, but not thinking laterally across domains in a holistic way. My personal journey with performance tracking started when I was 15 years old. As soon as I got my own room, I started making custom schedules and pinning them up on the board to help me allocate time for my hobbies and personal projects while still trying to keep up with schoolwork. When I went to university, that transformed into using something called magic whiteboards, which were A1 flexible whiteboards I could stick up on the wall with static electricity, and I used them to track my moods, my projects, my hobbies, and even day-to-day tasks. Eventually, I got tired of managing these boards every day because it required a lot of manual work, so I simplified it and started using an app called Dailyo, which allowed me to log my mood and the activities that I completed that day while tracking tasks and projects using the Notes app on my iPhone. Eventually, I started using Notion around 2020. It felt like magic because it was so powerful, like a digital twin. Although it was highly flexible and customizable, it lacked personalization and contextualization. Every page looked the same and acted the same, which is what you'd expect from large-scale consumer software. Everyone gets the same product. But after searching for a few years and still not finding what I needed, I realized I was looking in the wrong direction. I wasn't looking for a productivity app. I was looking for a life manager, something that understands me better than I understand myself, something that's able to predict my needs and adjust to my shortcomings. Life isn't linear. A system that doesn't account for pitfalls, setbacks, and metrics outside of productivity, such as cognitive or emotional state, is destined to fail. Artificial intelligence has rapidly changed the landscape. New tools are coming out every day that help with productivity, well-being, goals, creative work, but they are still just this: tools. Although they have an intelligence driving them, the intelligence is only aware of the context within that bubble. 11 Labs isn't going to help you do your finances. That's where this idea for a benevolent master comes in. I first really grappled with this concept after listening to a talk given by Dr. Roman Yampolskiy, a computer scientist and an AI safety expert known for researching the existential risks posed by an artificial superintelligence. He outlined his human as a golden retriever analogy as a best case scenario for alignment. In this scenario, a superintelligent AI takes over all management of the planet. Because the AI is so much more cognitively capable than humans, we can no longer understand its goals, just as a dog doesn't understand its owner's mortgage or a career. The AI essentially becomes a benevolent master, becoming responsible for taking care of us the same way we take care of our pets, feeding them, playing with them, taking them for walks, and even taking them to the vet when they're ill. Obviously, this poses countless moral and ethical risks and has some questionable connotations. But I'm of the opinion that an intelligence that we can curate to have access to specific information we willingly provide in order to help us streamline and achieve our short-term and long-term goals is part of the best-case scenario for an artificial superintelligence. This is primarily my motivation for building Schro, a holistic life management system. It started out as a simple web app to help me track my finances, but as soon as I started building it, I quickly realized all the other dependent variables that rely on my finances. I wanted to see how much of a correlation there was between different facets of my life, if there was a way for me to track as many of them as I could in a Brian Johnson-esque fashion. I started to ask myself questions like, what if I could track my finances, create wish lists and automatically find out when I can afford an item? What if I can track my macros and my workout sessions to see my progress over time and also see how my overall fitness impacts my daily mood or performance? What if there was a system that knew what my ultimate goals were in life, my likes, my dislikes, my dreams and fears, and was able to intelligently prioritize tasks that align best with my goals and that get me there the fastest? An intelligent system that pushes me when I need to be pushed and forgives me when I inevitably fall short or need rest. It took roughly 7 weeks, but all these questions informed the creation of Schro, a life operating system that synchronizes tasks, finances, well-being, and personal projects into a unified core of personal intelligence. It's still in beta testing, so a lot of the input is still manual, but the core infrastructure is live. Every facet of daily life is trackable and connected through a shared AI intelligence layer. The more information I provide it, the more I test it, and the more I use it, the smarter and more capable it becomes. In the near future, the aim is to make manual input redundant. A lot of things are already automated within the system, like financial tracking and task prioritization, but I still have to manually create a task or log my mood every day on the platform. The future vision is to create a bridge between the platform and the user through wearable technology or non-invasive BCI, brain-computer interfaces, unlocking continuous psychological and physiological monitoring, getting a real-time picture of your physical and mental state to adapt everything around that. It wouldn't wait for you to tell it if you've completed a task because it has real-time cognitive load and focus detection, so it knows when you're engaged or distracted. It wouldn't wait for you to create a task in your dashboard because it would have thought-assisted task creation. It wouldn't wait for you to log your mood because it has emotional and stress state awareness to predict burnout and adjust your workload accordingly. It would be able to deliver truly adaptive, real-time intelligence at a neurological level. And I think one of the most important features for a system like this is empathy. That's the alignment factor for any AI system, to be able to understand the needs of the user and appropriately adjust. I'm actively trying to build in empathy to the platform. For example, it will recalculate and break down tasks into more manageable pieces when you miss a deadline or leave things unfinished. I think the best example for this is how a modern GPS system works. When you miss a turn or you go in the wrong direction, it doesn't penalize you or end the trip. It immediately starts recalculating the journey. It takes into account human error and unpredictable occurrences and adapts. I think that's how AI should work with us, never against us. Life is complex. The world is complex and ever-changing. The world we are currently venturing into is perhaps the most unpredictable and technologically advanced we have ever seen. We need now, more than ever, tools to help us navigate and keep us aligned with our purpose, or help us regain our sense of purpose. We shouldn't be afraid of technology, but we should also ask the pertinent question of what the motivations are behind the technology we use on a daily basis. Is it helping you or harming you? Is it benevolent or is it malicious? And perhaps most importantly, does it even care about you?